So, 10th of April 2026. It's my cousin Jacqueline's birthday today. So, Jacqueline is the name I have attached to this card. The song is that one, Never Knew What I Missed Till I Kissed Her. Can't remember what it's by. But I'm reminded of times when I was happily plodding along in a very not so easy life, but happy. And then someone comes along and shows you something better. And once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. And it makes you dissatisfied with your lot. So sometimes I think it's better not to have that opportunity if it's going to be taken away. So, that being said, let's see what they've got in store for us today. Virgo, so healing again. 6th house of Virgo, so hospitals, true life purpose, and Saturn the truth. So it's the Buddha card, but today's card is not that. It's the Wheel of Fortune, which is my Cooper card. So the name Cooper could be important because it's those are the people that make barrels and cartwheels, Coopers. So let's have a look. Never knew what I missed. Until whatever this is that happened. And then all of a sudden you realise what you've been missing all this time. Do you? So it's the Wheel of Fates and it keeps turning. It has a monkey and a horse on it. It has the 4 fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. And it has a stranger on it. And we talked about strangers yesterday. So, where is this Wheel of Fate going? Is it turning in our favour or against us? Oh, have we missed it? Oh no, it's the last card. Wow. That hasn't happened for a very long time. So that is where we start then. A run of bad luck. Things haven't been going so well, have they? And the team isn't working anymore. Cancer. So pulling in different directions. Problems with a vehicle. Emergency vehicles, especially fire engines. The old Rover car. The Vikings. And medical matters. So your body is also a vehicle. So breakdowns, speeding tickets, parking fines, mechanical problems and collisions, especially when reversing. So especially true if somebody, you know, passed in a car crash. The midheaven is in Cancer, Jupiter is in Cancer, so it's about your growth. Cancer's in the 10th house of ambition, so I'm afraid if it was upright we'd have a rise in status, but we haven't. We've got a decrease in status. We've got Saturn again. Saturn is in Aries. So 7, Mia. Slow going, hard road to travel, delays in travel, but we are open to new horizons. You must set sail and let spirit bring the fair winds behind you. So there's no guarantees to this. You've just got to be open to the possibility to find your tribe. There are those who see when they're shown, and those who will never see. Those people that stayed around, that kept in touch through lockdown, are your tribe. The ones that are there when you need them. Someone's being found out for whatever they've been up to in the dark. This could go back years. We've got at least 6 years. We've got 7 weeks. Again, it's the Thursday night card. It's those that steal and lie and thieve. Take credit for other people's battles. They steal the swords off the battlefield and then brag that they've killed as many people as swords. The cowards. And they will be found out. They could be stealing credit, as in credit cards, or using your name. We aren't going to sit on the fence anymore, because when we do, we have our back to those ships that are sailing, and we need to be open to seeing them. Somebody here is being stubborn though. There will be no apology. Hell will freeze over fast. There's also terrorists, and we've got plenty of pentacles. So it's about financial blackmail, possibly. There's a scar on the leg, the limp, the amputation. The Ariana Grande concert, I got this then. It's to do with agriculture. It's to do with terrorists and bombs, concerts. Someone of a dark complexion, someone who wears uniform, any or all of those. And it may be that you know somebody called Ariane, I don't know. It could be as simple as that. It's Virgo energy, which we've got in the dice. Well done, Spirit. And then we've got dreams shattered. We have to narrow down our options and focus on one thing at a time, because we're running out of options. It also suggested in the song that I've just put on for yesterday, because I've been at cases, that you're having dreams and they aren't making sense to you. And that is spirit trying to contact you through your dreams, but you're unable or unwilling to see what they're telling you. So the only energy we've got is that Cancer energy, and it is home and family life. But a home is not a home without a fire in the hearth, food on the table, and a welcome at the door. So it doesn't seem like this is a happy situation, and you are not in control of it. But you never are. Spirit are. They control it. There he is again. So now we have all the cards we need for our story. Someone is refusing to apologise. Hell will freeze over fast, and it's pulled the family apart. Stubbornness, overcritical. Yeah, number 19. Somebody is being exposed. Leo energy, about travel. Blocking your travel. Keeping you in the dark about something. 19. A declaration will be made. Like the palace gives a declaration. Somebody's going to declare who they truly are to you. When they tell you, believe them. Stop wasting your time, energy and breath on these people. You're banging your head against a brick wall. 9 days. There's going to be harsh words, but the truth will be out. Somebody is about to poke the hornet's nest with the truth. And it's not going to be pretty. Possibly a sharp-tongued child or immature person. Someone here has the moral high ground and they know it. You will be able to defend yourself. But somebody has been dimming their light for so long, keeping the red down, because they'd lost hope. Because this is the Pandora card. And she left hope in the box. This is chaos. But out of chaos comes order if you face it head on. So we've got Karen, we've got David, and we've got Fred. So Leo and Aquarius, they popped up yesterday, didn't they? The heart and the ankles and legs. So let's see what we've got for Leo and Aquarius. Pluto is an Aquarius, which we've never been here before, so this is new. And no Leo. So Aquarius is in the 5th house, Leo's natural house. And Leo is in Aquarius's house. So there you go. A message is coming. Good news will arrive by an immature air sign or the postman. It could be child maintenance coming in, a check in the mail, something that improves your financial situation slightly. And there is something that is now ending, an end to pain, physical and emotional. Enough is enough. I'm done. And we're declaring that we're done. An end of an era. A friendship no longer exists. Somebody is unreliable or unpredictable, especially financially, and it could be that they're stealing from you, cleaning you out. Taurus energy, lack of self-worth, lack of values. They're not on the same page as you as far as values goes. And they don't intend to apologise for it either. There's the Tower. 16, 17. So from the 16th then to the 25th. Somebody is walking around on eggshells trying to keep the peace because they fear this tower falling. And what will actually set you free is the tower falling. So Pisces and Neptune. A very murky situation. But still, you have the high ground. Always reminds me of Jesus's tomb. When they got in there, it was empty, wasn't it? Oh, and there's the doorway. This is somebody who's taken the passion. It's the Ace of Wands actually, but this deck is all about doorways. So I don't know where his wand is. It gives me an image of Black Rod and the opening of Parliament in England. Your name's not down, you're not coming in. You have to be passionate. You may have to force your way in. Use your wand because it brings you magic. Oh, finally, we get the apology. And when we do, everything starts to improve slightly. We heal Chiron. What's in Chiron? What's Chiron in, should I say? Chiron's still in Aries. So, Aries, passion. Slow and steady wins the race. Financial improvements keep going. But there's Aries, and they're not putting the money where the mouth is. They're not taking action. They're dishonouring the dead. This could be a very fiery person. It doesn't have to be an Aries, but that is the Aries card. Somebody who is all mouth and no trousers, which isn't very Aries like. Oh, that's more Aries like. So someone who's got a little bit of Aries in the chart might not be the perfect person, but a full-on Aries, a number 4, somebody who's got self-esteem, self-respect, a good leader, an emperor, a king, a government official, a boss, a father figure. 4 or 31, absolutely fantastic. We could do with some of him. He brings success and protection. He looks after his people. And I've got nothing for him. And I can't remember now, that's made me doubt, Elaine, whether we gave those names of Henry and Audrey to the Emperor or we give it to the 18. So we need a 4. Somebody gave me a 4. I'm sure they did. Somebody gave me a name for the 4. Shout it out in the comments because we need a name for the 4. 4 or 31. Yeah. We feel isolated, alone, half erased, invisible, and health is suffering because of it. 5 years. There are fond memories of the past and to do with children and siblings, but there is martyrdom and victimhood here. Somebody cannot escape prison for some. It is not being able to say no. Doing this all the time. People pleasing. Dimming your light. Just so that others feel big and clever. You need to have more self-worth like the Emperor. Shoulders back, chest out. Look the world in the eye. Oh, it matches my card, eh? Yeah. This person rules fairly. And cares a lot about his subjects, which we can't say the same here. So then, let's have a look. We need to heal something with the truth. 6th house, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. The intestines, the abdomen, your gut instinct, hospitals, vocational workplace, health services, altruism, teamwork, we haven't got any, co-workers, pets, efficiency. So we've got no teamwork there in that unit, wherever it is. It's how aware you are of others, how inward you go, how selfish or unselfish someone can be. The need for recognition for some, and without a sense of strong self-boundaries, there is no separation between you and them. So personal boundaries are too strong, cooperation is impossible, and isolation is inevitable. It's linked to health and it's dependent on how at home you are with your body. Somebody is not at home with their body. So Saturn in Virgo then. This placement is extremely methodical, highly conscientious and hard-working. It is pedantic and critical, and failure is its biggest fear. So they don't do failure. They don't do anyone that doesn't do what they say they're going to do. They expect perfection. None of us are perfect, I'm afraid. So the lesson for today then. have a look. So remind me of that number 4, what the names are. Elaine, if you said Henry and Audrey for that one, then we need one for the 18. But if we said Henry and Audrey for the 18, then we need one for this 4 and 31. And I apologise if that's the case, because I've been saying Henry and Audrey for 4 and 18. Anyway, here we go. Let's have a look. So always shout out the names for the numbers, so I've got some to go with. Sheridan, that's that lazy cow that let the little serving lad do her job for her when she'd been waiting a year to do it, and then suddenly blames him. This is an aha moment. It's the crown chakra. Aries is about the head and face. Something being exposed or coming to light. Sudden realisation. Somebody being found out. There we go. So where is she? Sheridan. Monkey nose. There she is. Sheridan was a Welsh goddess, so Wales keeps coming up. A transformation. She's the keeper of the cauldrons. We've got no cups in this. Which contains Awen, meaning divine spirit. So prophetic is inspiration. Sheridan gave birth to a son, so we've got the kids there, haven't we? 6 of Cups, there. Who was born so ugly, that's not very fair, is it? A bit harsh, that as a means to overcome his ugliness, she spent 1 year brewing a spell. Now this is where the story gets a bit thingy for me. She'd been a year stirring that pot that had given him infinite wisdom. She added herbs at precise astrological times. However, suddenly, on the day that the spell was ready, she decided to bugger off and do some shopping. 3 magical drops, intended for the son, fell instead on the servant boy, Gwion, because she'd left him staring it. And instantly, obviously, he became the greatest magician there ever was, and fled her fury. Sheridan pursued the boy, who using his magical powers would shapeshift into different animals, and as he did, Sheridan too would shift into the animal's natural enemy. Eventually, Gwion turned himself into a kernel of wheat because he was exhausted, and hid in a pile of grain on the floor. Sheridan then turned herself into a black hen, so those born in the year of the rooster found him and swallowed him. And 9 months later, ta-da, she gave birth to his child, which was a bit incestuous and a bit grooming, to the greatest wizard who ever lived, Taliesin. Also, some say the precursor of Merlin. Sheridan represents inspiration and victory from an unexpected event. If your plans are not going in the direction you'd hoped, obviously not, have no fear. There is another outcome that will surpass your expectations. And when we try too hard to control things, so being stubborn isn't going to work, often it loses control that we most experience. The more we try to push back in the direction we believe things should be heading, stamping our feet and saying, no, it should be this way, the more off course you will become. This is not to say, so while you're juggling, like I said, trying to keep this boat afloat, whatever it is, yeah, you're juggling there, you cannot see behind you, and behind you is your ship's coming in, and you totally missed it because you're so busy trying to keep all this going. Don't be stupid. Get off the fence. The more we try to push back in the direction we believe things should be heading, the more off course we will become. And we are off course. Definitely off course, off road. And we ain't got a 4x4. This is not to say you to become lazy or uncaring of outcomes, just that somewhere there has to be a balance. Be mindful to notice the challenges which prevent you from moving forwards and look for alternative ideas. Possessing the insight to change direction or allow the situation to flow its natural course is wisdom in itself. If it's too hard, it's too hard. Stop and allow the situation to to write its own ending. You don't have to force or chase what's yours. Here we go. It just is. If it's yours, oh, I guess it's that one then. Adventure. Aha. Life is an adventure, or it should be. Be ready for a very unexpected event and make the most of any and all opportunities that come your way. The angel wisdom suggests you get out of your old habits and ruts, so no stagnation for you. Where's he gone? Stuck on his horse, stubborn as hell. You can tell I'm feeling a bit better, can't you? The angel wisdom suggests you get out of your habits or ruts which you're stuck. Do things that are different and face life with a sense of wonder. If the path ahead seems dark, do as you would if you were exploring a dark place. Ask your angels to light the way. Then watch for the signs and signals that tell you where and how to go. White feathers is a good thing. Numbers on a clock. Look them up. Numerology. Animals, birds, insects. Look them up. Animal terms. Explore the new with excitement and courage. These magnetic qualities attract money, career openings, and add zest to your relationships. The angels are inspiring you to move forward with anticipation, expectations, and hope. And you've lost hope, so you've got to find hope again, and you've got to start moving forward slow and steady. Face the adventure of life with eagerness. Face the chaos head on. That's your adventure. And you're not doing it, and they're getting annoyed now. Sure. But they cannot help you if you refuse to participate. Decide what you want and take a step each day towards it. Simple as. No one said it was going to be easy. It's not meant to be easy because nothing worth having is easy. And there's the Rainbow Prince. Compensation for perseverance. Slow and steady. Keep going. 26. You will be rewarded for sticking at it. For going towards your rainbow. The pot of gold at the end of it. Doesn't have to be money. It can be whatever your heart's desire. So Sagittarius then, because they usually have the rainbow on their card. Let's have a look, see if we can see Sagittarius in the chart. I mean, Aries is obviously the sun. Mars, Saturn, oh well done Spirit. Neptune, well done Spirit. Chiron, well done. And Descendant. And which house is? Aries is in the 7th house now of partnerships, legal matters, open enemies. And Sagittarius, have we got any mention there? 3rd house of communication. So you will learn something through this communication that's coming. Lilith, that's not so good. Yeah, okay then. When the Rainbow Prince appears as your ally, he reminds you about the law of compensation and the law of receiving, because Spirit never takes from you without having something better to fill the gap. After the rainstorms you've endured on this journey, the Rainbow Prince brings you a pot of gold, which is the result of your using all the elements of your inner light and reaching into the sky. But if you're not using your inner light, which you're not, you're blocking it, these rewards can't be yours. This isn't always an easy process. Hard work must be rewarded by compensation. When you align yourself with the energy of giving the highest value, your compensation will be in the act itself. There's nothing more rewarding than helping others. But the message here is more than that. The Rainbow Prince says to keep your sights on the sky, so watch for shooting stars or some planetary activity, the astrology. So turn this upside down and start looking, shining your light bright and looking up into the sky. Perhaps you are already an astronomer. The Rainbow Prince says to keep your sights on the sky after the rainstorm. So it'll have rained, then you go out and you look at the sky that may have upset your life. Follow your bliss to the pot of gold waiting for you. Perseverance always pays off, and your reward will be greater than you could ever imagine. But someone here isn't willing to shine the light. They're trying to walk around on eggshells. Final card then. You are what you believe you are. If you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect anyone else to believe in you? Let's have a look then. Final card, Spirit, please. Oh, you can't pick it up. Number 5, it's the sheep, or Aries, if you like. So, and I'm only saying that because it's in the reverse, because Aries are by far the least sheep-like. However, in the reverse, they can be very sheepish. If you carry a blackberry fern, the old ones, that could be important because it's the sheep and the blackberry. It's also a lack of devotion. Upright, it would be devoted, but this is someone. Aries is not. It's not taking action because he can't be bothered. He really can't be bothered. So again, 5th house then is Aquarius. So the number 5, massively important. The letter V. 4, 5. So the sheep and the blackberry calls to focus on our commitments, whether that be to a partner, a job, or lack of commitment, because this was in reverse, a creative practice or spiritual tradition. Sheep are innocent and vulnerable, Aries are not, and must be watched over and guided. They hate being watched over and guided. Blackberries are symbols of protection with their large trembling thorns. They like to protect. To protect and serve. Their abundant fruit also symbolises prosperity. Also, it's in reverse, so there's lack of prosperity and success, but we've got to get it if we shine our light. Combining the energies of the two give us a direction, honour our promises, and he's dishonouring. I said, didn't I? He's not keeping his promises. Honouring our promises, allowing them to fruit and flourish. So you can be your own guide. Your wisdom comes from within rather than without. You don't need to listen to others. And it is your responsibility to impart that gift as a mentor or teacher to others. So you are also letting down future generations because you're not showing them how to stand up for themselves. So this could also be to do with teachers, schools, school days, indoctrination, religion, because it is the Hierophant, so Diana and Mark. How can I better care for my relationship, spiritual practice, or work? So you're not caring enough. Thanks for listening. We'll see what the song says. Speak soon. Bye bye.